goal is not to take anything from you, is not to get anything from you. Because I love you, my goal is when you walk out of this place, there's somebody you haven't even gotten started, and I want you to get started on the rest of your life. Listen to me. I mean it. I mean it. This is not something, and again, this is no disrespect, to people who've read books, and as they've read these different books, they've been able to put these great presentations together. People who've gone to conferences have been able to take great notes and like put a program together. And there's nothing wrong with that, guys. But you're looking at somebody who, I didn't read a book. I didn't get this from a book. I didn't get this from a conference. This is literally from being homeless. This is literally from sleeping in abandoned buildings. This is literally from dropping out of high school and eventually going back to high school and finishing college. Like, this is trial and error, and everything I'm going to share with you is lived. Nothing read, no conferences, from the bottom to the top. And what I'm hoping to accomplish when I leave, if somebody, you've not really gotten started with the rest of your life, you're like, E.T., I'm walking out of here next level, right? And then there's another group, you kind of got started, but like you playing with it. Like, you're not putting forth 120%. You're not all in. And then for another group, you're doing great, but you're comparing yourself to other people. And I want to push you to be phenomenal. All right. So I'm going to say it again. All right. I'm going to say it again. You got to catch this, that there's one group, and I need you to know who you are. I need you to identify yourself. You're saying, I've got dreams. I have goals. There are things that I want to accomplish. I'm not satisfied. Like, I don't sleep well at night. Like E.T., I dream it, E.T. I want it, E.T. I look around at other people who are living a certain way, who are driving a certain way, who are experiencing life. And E.T., I want that, and I've robbed myself. I have not been true to myself. I've not done the things I need to do. Then there's another group, E.T., I got started, but I stop and start. I stop and start. I stop and start. And those two groups specifically, I want to speak to you and help you to get to a different level. So you got to do me a favor. All right. You got to do me a favor. There's somebody in the room. I just need you to think about it for 1 minute. And I want you to think about that thing or those things that you're saying, E.T., there's some things that I have to get done. I have to get done the rest of August. I have to get done the rest of September. I have to get done in October. I have to get done in November. I have to get done before December. When the new year comes, there's some things I have to do. So if you're in the room and there's some goals that you've not accomplished yet, you've not obtained yet, there's some things that you still need to get done. You're at a place of desperation and you say, E.T., I have to make this happen. I want you to raise your hand. Let me tell you something. If you get to that point, where you do exactly what you said you're going to do, you're going to get to the next level. All right, so let's get started. E.T. is saying, and it's E.T., I'm being honest. The PhD was the only thing. And so every day, 3 o'clock in the morning, I spent an hour praying. I spent an hour working out. And then from that point, for about 4 or 5 hours, I just wrote, and I just wrote, and I just wrote, and I just wrote, and I just wrote. And now I'm seeing over 100 and some pages. I probably got another good 100 to go, and we're finished with this process. So what is it? What is it? What is that one thing that you're saying that I am going to get this thing done and I'm going to make my dreams become a reality? Now, if E.T. can do it, anybody can do it. So my first slide. Yep, that's it. Everyone wants to be a beast until it's time to do a real beast do. Write it down quickly, write it down, write that down. I need you to get, I don't want you just to listen to me. I want you to write that down. This is powerful. Everybody wants to be a beast. What do you mean, E.T.? Everybody wants to make their dreams become a reality. There's no one sitting in this room who's saying, E.T., I want to procrastinate. E.T., I don't want to get it done. E.T., I don't want to get to the next level. E.T., no, every person in this room, not only do you want your dreams to become a reality, you deserve for your dreams to become a reality. So I'm going to build off of yesterday, right? And I realize, E.T., as long as you're average, you're going to get where average people get. Now, as I'm speaking, you're not just hearing the words, but as I'm speaking, you are identifying who am I and why am I at where I am right now. Average. There's some folks in this room. Your dreams are phenomenal. The life that you have for yourself is phenomenal. In your dreams, your bank account is phenomenal. The things that you do, the way that you live, what you have is phenomenal. But you as an individual, you're average. You as an individual, you're good. You as an individual, you're great. And what I'm challenging you to do is to go from average to good, from good to great, and from great to phenomenal. And so I need you to do me a huge favor and keep your dreams phenomenal. Keep your vision phenomenal. Keep it phenomenal. And now I need you to get your weight up. As an individual, I need you to get your schedule up. I need you to get your life up. I need you to get your words up. I need you to get your heart up. I need you to get your action up. I need you to get to a place that every single thing that you do is phenomenal so that the life you want to live, you can actually live that life. So let me explain this one to you. This one is important. This was important. Everybody, every single person that I've ever come across, I've never heard anybody say, E.T., my goal is to be a loser. E.T., my goal is to always come up short. E.T., I've dreamed of being in second place my entire life. E.T., I want to be a failure. E.T., I want to dream it, but not live it. Never met that person before. Everybody wants to be a beast. Everybody wants to be number one. Everybody wants to be the best. Everybody wants to succeed. Everybody wants to have, to be, and do what they feel they've been called to do. The challenge becomes that most of us, when it's time to do what beasts do, we don't do it. So E.T., what do you mean? What do you mean? Look, I told you, I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning. Every day, 3 o'clock in the morning. And so there's some days when I wake up. I just woke up recently and it was 2:45. I looked at the clock and I said, look, between me and you, we got an agreement. It's 3 o'clock. It's 2:45 right now. Like, listen to me very close. Technically, I have 15 minutes. Technically, I have 15 more minutes. I never told the world that I wake up at 2:45, ever. I say 3 o'clock, sometimes 3-ish, 3:05, 3:10. Right? But never, I've never said that I make a vow to get up at 2:45. But when I looked at the clock said 2:45. And the average person in me said, E.T., just pull the covers back over you. It's okay. You got 15 minutes. Now understand something. What makes the C sweet is that the C is not giving you protocol for them. They're giving it to it for you. So the air traffic control ain't getting in the plane. They ain't going nowhere. They don't have nothing to do with them, but they are, notice they're in this big tower. Why are they in the tower? So they can see everything. When you're on the ground as a pilot, you don't see what's ahead of you. So that's the C's whole job. The air traffic control whole job is not to look at now. It is to look at the entire course. So we've been doing it wrong all this time. We've been letting D's lead. When the D shouldn't lead, we should start with our C. We should get the structure first. We should get the systems first. It's not the only place. If you're building a building, you don't start with the general contractor. When you're building a building, you start with who? You start with the architect. You start with the engineer first. You don't just let the general contractor go in there and just start tearing walls down. You start first with the blueprints. Once the D gets the blueprint, boom, then they can go to work because they know what they're doing. At that point, they have the details. So we should always start with the plan first. We should always start with the blueprint. And the reason why a lot of your companies aren't successful is because you're not starting with the blueprint. So once you get the blueprint, you get a blueprint to your D, the D is going to get on everybody. But now the I and the S, specifically the S, who has the ability to do all things, has a system now. And so they can look and go step one, step two, step three. When the D and the I give you instructions, they over delegate and under instruct. Right? Again, they over delegate and they under instruct. The C gonna give you all the instructions. Now remember who the C is working for. The C is working for the D. The C is working for the pilot. So when you look at an aircraft, the air traffic control, they do the seat assignment. They do the GPS. They tell you which. Now, we were supposed to get here at 6:08 this morning. We landed at 6:30 something. I looked at we were here. Like we were here for about 30 minutes, but we kept going in circles. Some people on the plane upset. We keep going in circles. I'm like, for a good reason. I'm sure air traffic control don't just have us up here, just be up here. Maybe it's fog. I don't know what's going on, but I trust them. I'd rather wait 30 minutes and land than try to land out. And I got it on film and I didn't get a chance to give it to Nick, but I actually saw 2 planes flying together. We were flying. It was a plane right next to us flying. And I was like, this ain't supposed to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I ain't dumb. I mean, I ain't no air traffic control, but I ain't never seen no plane this close to me before. Like, I ain't supposed to see this. I'm just being real. Like, I'm like, and we in London. I'm not trying to be funny. We ain't in JFK. It ain't 50,000 planes flying. I'm like, this is 6 o'clock in the morning. It shouldn't be like 80 planes out here. So it's me and him. So apparently they let him land first. And we went in the circle. I'm all for it. Other people like, I gotta go somewhere. Go where? I'm just being real. Have you ever been, you about to fly and the air traffic control, they tell you we're not flying right now. Sit down for a minute and people got upset. You ever seen that before? People get upset. I'm saying, what are you getting upset for? You think they telling you we're gonna wait for another 2 hours because they don't got nothing to do? Like they looked and saw it's not wise. So you see what I'm saying? We gotta do it differently. So a lot of our companies aren't successful because you didn't start with a blueprint. You just ran with an idea. There's nothing thorough about your idea. It's not detailed. Come on, be honest. How many of y'all started without the blueprint? Be real, raise your hand. You started your business without the blueprint. Absolutely. How many of y'all started on the idea? Just be real, raise your hand. You started on the idea that you was gung-ho about. So I'm not saying anything wrong with the D, the I, the S. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying from this point forward, you need to have your air traffic control or your engineer do the blueprints. And once the blueprints are done, then after that, we can go for the races because we got everything we need. Does that make sense? All right, but real quick, watch it. They're what? Perfectionists. Why are they cautious? Because what they do is life and death. That's why they're so cautious about everything they do. They take their time. They measure twice, they cut once. All the other ones just be cutting. They don't care. They're like, we'll fix it later. The C is like, no. So sometimes you look at the C like, they trying to slow me down. They're not trying to slow you down. They're trying to measure twice and cut once. They don't want to just get results. They want to do it the right way. The D and I, we just want results. We don't always care how we get them. The C is like, no. No fatalities. We don't want we want it right. We don't want to mess up. Remember that teacher you couldn't stand in math? You get the right answer, but she wanted to see the work. Remember her? You pissed. I'm like, right, here go the answer, boo. What you tripping on? She's like, no, I want to see your work. Let me see your work first. And then she'd give you a better grade for your work. Even if the answer was wrong, she'd go, this is where you messed up right here, but I see you know what you're doing. But just the answer, I don't know that you know what you're doing, right? And the D, the I, and the S, none of them really care about perfection. The C is a perfectionist because the C realizes that whenever we don't do it right, it complicates everything. Does that make sense? So all the other ones, they don't never get it done 100%. And as a result of it, you waste money, you waste time. The C is like, yo, let's slow down. Let's think first. So watch it. Perfectionist, systematic. Why? Because when you do something in the system, listen to me, you can't be successful without duplication. You can't be successful without replication. McDonald's is McDonald's because they're all over the world. It's a system. I came here, landed, it's the Big Mac. Oh, they got the Big Mac too? They got the Big Mac. It's the same. Come on. 2 all beef patties on a sesame seed, pickles, salt, special sauce. I'm just saying, all the other 3, the D, the I, the S, they don't have no system. So you got to start all over again every time. You do stuff, or you do it 80%. The C is like, yo, let's create a system. Why? Because once we create a system, we don't got to keep doing it all over again. We do it once, and you just A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Does that make sense? So you mad at the C, but the C's trying to help you. They're trying to help you to get it right. Stop making those mistakes. Listen to me. When you get in the business, the C said it. The word that you hate the most is I'm sorry. It doesn't, we're sorry. It's no sorry. If you would have did what we told you to do, don't fly. The conditions aren't good enough. Don't fly. They're careful, which none of the other ones are. They're analytical. They're orderly. They're neat. Does that make sense? So don't do that no more. The C just take too long. They slow. I say this all the time. Don't say that the turtle was slow. Why? Because the raccoon, the squirrel, all of them, I see them all the time. They road kill. I don't never see a turtle get hit. I don't never see a turtle get hit. They ain't too slow. They're methodical. They're actually thinking. A turtle, like, it don't make sense to be going back and forth at 3 o'clock. Seems like there's a lot of cars out there. I'm just going to wait till 2 o'clock in the morning to start walking. All the other ones is like, bah. I'm fast. Okay, you fast and dead. How smart is that? Right? So we got to start starting, y'all. We got to start with the C because they have a respect for protocol and standard. My wife's a high C. My wife and I will be driving and she'll ask me all the time, how fast are you going? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, what's the speed limit? I was like, I don't know. How would I, like, where do you get that? Where do you get the speed limit at? I don't know. She's like, right over there. You look at the sign. I was like, oh, the sign. She was like, well, how do you know how to drive? I was like, I just follow everybody else. They doing 55, I'm doing 55. They do, I'm just being real. They doing 60, I'm doing 60. Right? My license has been messed up, my insurance. My wife, 48 years old. Guess how many speeding tickets she got? 0. 0. She ain't never got a parking ticket. She got one time she got pulled over. I don't remember what it was. My man looked at her driver's license, was like, whoa. He's like, yo, you perfect. I'm not going to be the one to mess it up. I'm being real. My man stopped me by 36. He was like, I'm not about to be. They pulled me over. They're like, get out. Get the blank out right now. Hands up. I was like, yo, bro, wow. Like, you got tickets you ain't paid for back in 92. I'm just being real. I got tickets in Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky. When I was in college, I'm driving with no license. I don't care. With my insurance, my license has been revoked. Does that make sense? So y'all, we got to start having way more respect for the C. Because all they're going to do is give us the blueprint. All they're going to do is look at the air traffic, look at and tell us where to fly, when to fly, how to fly. They're not trying to hurt us. Good. All right. What was those questions again? I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.